Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel, and this is Debos Nation. First, I'd like to thank Jay Carr, Mark Baggett, Miranda Mbach, and Jennifer Kline for all signing up to the membership program as I started out yesterday. Thank you for your support. For those of you who don't join, you're not going to miss out on anything, so don't feel like you have to. I'm not asking anybody to. If you have the means to support, then by all means, it's much appreciated, but not a requirement. So those of you that do join, enjoy the perks. The first video I have for you today is of Val Venus. If you don't know the name, he's an ex-wrestler in the WWE. So he has a channel name called Shelf Anarchy, which I'm going to do a little series on. Enjoy the video. Okay, now any right person would know that there's something going on here. You got a chopper overhead, you got all kinds of police cars, the lights are flashing, everything is in this one place, and he just walks right in there like he's the king of the castle. I mean, these guys have zero limits, and I'm embarrassed for them.
So I don't know what's going on here. Assuming it was something inside that store there. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like maybe theft or a fight or something. Yeah, what was the call about? See if he'll answer me.
Hey, this is a crime scene and I have to have you back out, please. Thank you.
Okay, can you tell me what the call was about?
And I have to have you back out, please. Thank you.
Can I ask you just to go out to the sidewalk, sir?
Sure. You guys gonna put tape up here?
Yes, we are.
You are? All right. Could you just inform us about what the call was about?
Not right now. But if you can just go hang out on the sidewalk for me, sir.
You got a.
Yeah, we're going to be putting crime scene up here, and this is a crime scene, okay? So don't enter the crime scene.
Well, I can enter right now because there's no tape.
No, don't like that.
I'm telling you right now, you can't enter the crime scene even without the tape. So if you stand on the sidewalk.
I'm on the sidewalk.
Yeah, keep going.
Hold on, wait a minute. Are you pushing the video camera out that far?
We're going to be putting crime scene tape all around here.
And what's the purpose of coming this far away from where the crime scene is over there? You see these guys? They don't like the light of transparency of a camera. Wow. Pushing me really far away from a crime scene that appears to be inside that store. They just threaten you. They don't care about your freedom. They just threaten you.
You want caution tape? You got caution tape. Now deal with it.
If you don't get far enough away, all of a sudden, they'll threaten you. They don't care about your freedoms. They don't care about your liberties. They'll stick you in a cage. Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me what the call was about?
Back up to the sidewalk.
This is it, guys. Sociopaths right here. They can't even answer a journalist's question.
Again, you're not the press. You're a YouTuber with your own views. Superior Court ruling Green versus Washington found that the statutory definition of the news media requires an entity to have a legal identity separate from the individual. which you don't, because you're a narcissist and it's all about you.
I'm asking for publication, and you guys are threatening me. Is the crime scene inside the store, or is it out here in the parking lot? Sir, I'm asking a question. Is the crime scene in the store, or is it in the parking lot?
From this, yeah, perfect, yeah.
Here he goes. He's putting up the camera tape. You guys don't like transparency, huh? What is it that you are afraid of journalists capturing?
Nothing,
your
sir.
duties. So why are you pushing us so far away?
You don't interfere with our investigation.
Oh, so a camera interferes with your investigation.
Well, we have possible evidence on the scene. You can't go up to the store, and so you're welcome to videotape all you want from right here.
Excuse me.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And you won't answer questions. I just asked a simple question about what the call was about. And you...
For people that complain about transparency and accountability, anarchists sure as hell aren't transparent and consider themselves above accountability.
You're like, I'm just a peasant. A private sector peasant that doesn't deserve answers? The hell's the matter with you people? Who taught you all to be sociopaths and antisocial? Except amongst your sociopathic selves, of course. This is insanity. The people that are watching right now want to know what the call was about. Do you have a public information officer that maybe can come back behind this, keep the journalist back tape, and answer some simple questions? Nothing. Just a bunch of sociopaths. This is why socialism does not work in any enterprise, including policing. Son of a bitch, Paul, why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me! Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look where he put the tape up.
Stop harassing him, asshole! Stop harassing him!
Poor soul, just licking boots.
Out of all the promos you cut, all your time in front of the mic, all you got is licking boots. Boy, that's absolutely hilarious. Maybe we should call the feelings police for you. Maybe they'll help you.
Look at this. I ask a question what the call was about, and the very first thing they do is threaten me. Threaten state-sanctioned kidnapping if I don't move back. I don't know why people are okay with this. You got people like Sean Hannity and Mark Levin that just call these guys heroes. But unless you have CNN or Fox News plastered on your chest, these guys treat you like subjects. The entire country's been turned into subjects and rulers. And these are the king's men right here. Shame. Such a shame. Look at this. I'd like to know what the call was about, but these guys, these sociopathic nut jobs with badges on their chest and guns on their hip.
Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns.
I mean, if it's a crime in there and I ask, hey, what's the call about? Just tell me. But no, instead it's threatening people. We'll lock you in a cage if you ask any questions or get too close. This is Mesa City right here, guys. Mesa police officers. They don't care about your freedoms. They don't care about your liberties. All they care about is the iron fist that they've been empowered with to crush anybody that shines.
I think you've lost a few too many brain cells in all of your bumps you took in WWE. Everything that you've said up until now has been absolute bullshit and rhetoric. Get your head out of your ass. Come on.
Shines the light of transparency upon them. Look at this guy. Now he's wrapping tape way back here. Hey, bro, let me ask you a question.
You're gonna have to move.
What's that?
You're gonna have to move.
I'm gonna have to move. Or what? You're gonna put your hands on me and
No,
commit
right from
state.
inside the tape.
No, you were gonna put me inside the tape. I was standing right over there where there was no tape. Let me ask you a question, brother. Who told you it was okay to accept stolen loot? Look at this guy, look at it. He's still pushing me way out here. Who told you it was okay to accept stolen loot to fund your entire standard of living?
Answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
And then treat people like peasants when I ask a simple question what the call was about. Huh? You couldn't get a job in the private sector? Hold down a meaningful job? All I asked was a simple question what the call was about, and now I'm literally threatened. Not only did I not get a simple answer, I'm literally threatened by a sociopathic thug like you. Shame on you.
Stop it. Get some help.
Well, guys, you can see how far they pushed me back. This is what I'm talking about, guys. We should be able to have our cameras on these government agents in anything they do. Yet, that's transparency. Look how far I am back, guys. Look how far I am back. When the crime scene is in that store right there.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
I don't pay taxes. I have them stolen out of my check and right into these guys' checks right here. These guys willfully, nobody forced them to accept stolen loot to fund their standard of living. They willfully chose to accept a career knowing that their entire paychecks, all of their pension, their entire standard of living was funded with stolen loot. Pretty sure that makes their moral bar in the shitter. I would never accept a government job where I know my paycheck is going to be funded by the victimization of people they like to call taxpayers instead of victims of state-sanctioned extortion. And this is the result of state-sanctioned extortion. You lose your freedoms because these sociopathic nut jobs think they can just end transparency with a yellow fiend tape. You get people like Sean Hannity and Mark Levin that'll say these guys are heroes. Unbelievable.
I am the law! I am the law!
Unbelievable. No transparency from Mesa Police. None whatsoever. Hey, can I ask you guys a question? Maybe you guys can answer a simple question. Just asking what the call was about. Just asking what the call was about. This is your time to shine, guys. No, nothing. They just walk away from you. I'm just a peasant. Trying to get information for the community, to disseminate that information to the community, they just walk away.
You serious?
I'm just taking a wild guess here, guys. I don't want to disseminate bad information. I don't know what's going on here. I'm assuming it was maybe a theft. I don't know. Maybe it looks like with this amount of cops, you would assume it would be an armed robbery. That could be what would entice all these officers to come out here. But then again,
here's how you understand conspiracy theorists. He just said, I don't know what that is. Okay, well, at the end of that sentence, there is a period. And after that period, when you invoke your theory or your opinion of it, that's when you invoke the conspiracy, because you've just said you don't know, and now you're saying it's something else.
There's those guys right there, folks. I want you to pay real close attention to me. These people right here, the service that they say they're providing to the community would be much better served by people operating in the free market and not living off the bounty stolen by tax agents. These guys literally fund their entire standard of living with stolen loot. So here it is, folks. At Top Shelf Anarchy, we analyze the toxic relationship between government human beings and private sector human beings, and here it is on full display. They won't answer a simple, basic question, but they will threaten you. They have no problem threatening to cage you, put their hands on you, commit state-sanctioned kidnapping. They don't care. They're literally a cult of thugs.
Shut up!
Stop that, huh? Stop it!
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
It's unbelievable. I came here, I asked nicely, you guys can see at the beginning of this live stream, I asked, hey, just wondering what the call's all about. And what's the first thing out of their mouth? Move back. Well, that's nice. And if I find out that there's nothing outside here that's part of the crime scene and it's inside that store, oh, this is another denial of freedom of the press. Look at this. Look at this. From this tape. All the way across that spot right there, which is another driveway, which is kind of hard to see at this angle, and then up onto the sidewalk in that store right there. Look at that. That's not transparent. It's being idiots. When you get a private sector human that comes up and asks what the call was about, just answer the question and quit being a thug. But these guys aren't trained like that. They're literally sociopaths. They don't care about your freedoms. They don't care about your liberties. They will put their hands on you and stick you in a cage for asking a question while standing in the wrong spot.
This guy is fucking stupid!
And they won't lose a second of sleep over it. These guys need to be put in mental institutions and not out on the streets with guns on their hip and badges on their chest that make them unaccountable for what they do with those guns. Nothing pisses me off more than police officers that will not answer simple questions. It would have taken them 3 seconds to answer the question. Not even. Oh, it was a robbery. Oh, it was an armed robbery. Okay, thank you. That's all I needed to know. That's not what I got. Instead, move back or you're going to jail. But, you know, people like Sean Hannity, Mark Levin, you get all the conservatives, the talking heads out there, saying these guys are heroes. 99% of them are great people. 100% of them willfully chose to accept stolen loot to fund their paychecks, to fund their pensions, and to fund their entire standard of living. Everything they own, from their house to their car to the clothing on their back to the food they put in their mouth, is paid for with stolen loot.
You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know.
Hey, dumbasses! Hey, dumbasses! Hey, yo! I gave you an opportunity to shine and just answer a simple question what the call was about. And the next words out of your mouths were, get back! Shame on you! You want to know where socialism doesn't work? Right there. That's socialism. Your entire standard of living is funded with stolen loot. Yeah, and they just laugh about it. Like bullies in a high school. They don't care about your freedoms. They don't care about your liberties. Look how far they've got me back here. And they told me this was all a crime scene. Well, we'll do a FOIA request and we'll find out where the real crime was. Was it in the store or was it out here?
I don't care who you FOIA. They don't care who you FOIA, because it doesn't matter. You're going to get nothing out of it. They can't even speak of it anyway because it could be an ongoing investigation. If you think you're going to get this changed, you're delusional, my friend. delusional.
Because if it was in the store and they blocked all this to keep a camera back in order to avoid transparency over there, that's a violation of freedom of the press. Another violation. Hey, I don't see any detectives out here searching an apparent crime scene. Unbelievable. Bunch of thugs. This is socialism in policing, people. Right here. They don't about private sector human beings. It's a cult. Their standards of living are guaranteed to be funded with stolen loot, and they don't care. They don't care about your freedoms. They don't care about your liberties. You ask the wrong question, and they'll put their hands on you, commit state-sanctioned kidnapping.
Kidnapping. Oh my God. Don't be using big words there that you don't know.
And the badge will make them 100% unaccountable for the crimes they commit against peasants. That's what we have for Mesa Police. You guys are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Why won't one of you nut up and come over here and have a human conversation about what's going on here? Unbelievable. Can't even answer questions.
Kind of sounds like a frauditor. I don't answer questions.
When are you going to be an adult and come over here and answer some basic questions? Unbelievable. No transparency when it comes to Mesa Police. They keep everybody back so nobody watches, nobody asks any questions. You know, it was a Mesa police officer that arrested a coworker of mine for doing nothing other than filling up her car with gas. But she had a state medical marijuana badge hanging from her neck, and this dumbass cop decided he could get an easy DUI through the system. So he arrested her. You guys can see that video on my channel. And about 2 years later, that same arresting officer was arrested for kidnapping literally 60 women in Phoenix. They'll call it an arrest, but it was kidnapping 60 young women in the back of his car. And I can only, you can only guess what happened then. And I believe my coworker would have been one of those if I had not been there with the camera. Luckily, she only spent a night in jail, no charges, they let her out. But I wonder what would have happened if my camera wasn't there. But if you're a private sector human with a camera and a channel, these thugs think they're kings and they can just declare what is free press and what isn't. The disdain for freedom that these Mesa City officers have is unbelievable. And the bootlickers that support these guys are just unbelievably dumb. Are they allowed to tape off beyond the crime scene?
All right, well, that's going to do it for that video. And I want to just show you another clip of Ironton Auditor. He's the one auditor on that side that I think is doing the job right. Enjoy.
Alrighty guys, Ironton Auditor out. I'm here with Kent Freeman, and we are serving the Ironton Police Department summons for a federal civil rights lawsuit. We are here today to actually serve those summons in person and by hand. So here we go. You guys will see it live as we go. Well, not exactly live. I guess you'll see a recording, but it'll be live when we're doing it anyway, because here we are. I don't even know if this door will open.
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, I need to talk to somebody about some paperwork I've got here.
Alright, just a minute, please.
Alrighty guys, we're just waiting. I don't know if you could hear the speaker. They just told us to wait just a second. They'll send somebody out. Kind of like an old army policy. Hurry up and wait. Not that I'm trying to gut at them, they're probably busy.
You know what they did?
What is it?
This is the right way to do an audit, and if everybody did it this way, we wouldn't have any problems. So this is Ironton Auditor, and I'd like you to go over to his site and pay him the respects that he deserves. Thank you.
What did you? You got a pause button?
Do I need one?
For a second, why don't you?
What's up, guys?
Hello,
Hey, how you doing?
Patrolman Blankenship.
Yeah. What's up,
These here serve you.
man? Okay. What's it in reference to? Talk about it on
Those are summons to a federal civil rights lawsuit.
Okay.
Each one is named, everybody's there.
Okay.
So if you'll handle that for us, we'd appreciate it.
I can do that. Anything else?
That was it.
All right.
Thank you, Patrolman.
No problem.
Alrighty, guys, there you go. They have now been served. It is now done, and we got one more place to go today, and that is the actual Sheriff's Department, where we will be doing the same thing, and you'll see it as we do it. I'll make sure you do.
Well, that's going to do it for today. Let me know what you think of Top Shelf Anarchy in the comments below, and we'll go from there. Please share, like, and subscribe. And if you have any leads or anything on stuff you'd like to see in the future, just send me an email with the link, and I'll take a look at it. So until the next one, Debos out.